Can you tell me about yourself, briefly about yourself?
Yes, my name is Paulo and I come from Italy. I'm 49 years old and I'm an architect back in Italy. I am a yogi, although that's kind of a pretty difficult definition. Let's say that I practice yoga.
Nice. Why are you in India?
I come to Mysore every year to practice with my teacher Saraswati Joyce. I practice Ashtanga here in Mysore, and that's the reason why I came. I normally come in summer for 1 or 2 months a year.
Why Mysore specifically?
Specific what? Because my teacher is here. Mysore is the birthplace of Ashtanga Yoga. Patabi Joyce was from Mysore, and he is the one that systematized the whole the Ashtanga method. And the main shala is here. We call Mysore, between Ashtangi we say that Mysore is the source. We go to study at the source.
Okay. Tell me what you think about India.
India is a very interesting country. It has many different faces. It's a kind of so different from what we're using in the Western culture. I studied Oriental culture when I was at university, so I'm not really new to India, and especially religions and culture. But coming to live in India, it's a bit of a cultural shock for everybody. In fact, this is my 3rd time in India, and every time I come, I need some time to reassess myself when I'm here. There are certain things that it's a culture that is so multifaceted, inspired by Hinduism and by many other myths and culture, and it's a place where everything is new. It doesn't matter how much you study about it, how much you lived it. Every day there is something new to learn, to get in touch with, and to experience. So it's a kind of fascinating place. It's got its pro and it's got its cons, obviously, like any other place in the world.
Okay.
But it's to me, India means colors. It means like Hinduism, means it's a dynamic country and dynamic cultures as well. There are so many different things inside happening at the same time, things that merge present and past, and it's very fascinating in this respect as well for me.
Nice. Paulo, what do you like about India?
Like about India, it's I like the fact that I call India sometimes, and I call it a beautiful mess.
Nice.
Because there's so much going on at the same time and in many different directions, but at the same time for us Westerners, it looks a bit disorganized sometimes. I mean, things are happening.
What do you like in those disorganized mess? What is that something you like in India?
I like the dynamism that there is. Although that it's not always, doesn't always mean that people are proactive in doing things, but things here are always changing. And I like the fact that I like the aesthetic sense of people here, especially women. Women have an amazing sense of colors, the way they match colors and they wear the sari. I like the food that is so diverse wherever you go in India. I like the fact that you are in one place and you can experience so many different cultures. I like the fact that there are multiple religions coexisting at the same time. I like the fact that you can have the most incredible advanced technologies, and at the same time you also have a very strong sense of tradition and religion and spirituality. This seems to be like especially this fact is very fascinating to me.
And you like it about India?
Yeah, this future and past coexisting at the same time. It's a capital. Bangalore is the capital of IT. Probably it's one of the world's capital of the IT. At the same time, you want to step up, you have these beautiful temples and priests.
Mysore is the capital of yoga then.
Mysore is definitely the capital of yoga. Mysore for us is the capital of Ashtanga, and Ashtanga is becoming really good and really a big movement all over the world. More and more Westerners take up this style of yoga because it's very dynamic and people find that it helps them with stress that we have so much in the West. So it helps to calm your mind, get control of your body, your mind, and it's actually become more and more famous.
Why are you learning yoga and Sanskrit?
Initially I started yoga because I was fascinated by a discipline that was a kind of spiritual discipline, but it also had to do with the body. So this kind of body and the mind connection that you can influence the body through the mind, you can influence the mind through the body. That's the basic principle of Ashtanga. So I took it up because I was interested in religions. I was studying religion, and I kind of had this disposition for all things spiritual, I would say. I tried different kind of yogas, and then when I came to find Ashtanga, it was like immediately love at first sight. So I've been practicing for a few years, and a few years ago I took the decision to come and learn at the source every year for at least a month with a teacher that is the daughter of the Guruji that Patabi Joy is the biggest the biggest master in Ashtanga yoga, basically.
And Sanskrit, why are you learning Sanskrit?
Because I started it as a kind of dynamic meditation. Ashtanga can be said is a dynamic meditation, but then the more you get into it, the more you feel the urge of learning what's around yoga. You broaden your interest towards yoga. And that started a bit with learning about the sacred text and being exposed to chanting, philosophy, and then eventually I said, well, I should start learning Sanskrit, which is a beautiful language, and it's one of the most ancient and most perfect languages ever created. So this year I started studying it with a teacher here in Mysore.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Paulo, what is the first thing, what is your favorite thing in Mysore other than Ashtanga Yoga?
One of the things I like is there's one thing I love. I'm a foodie, so I really like food. So Mysore style cooking is one of my favorite things in Mysore. It's a bit difficult to find, but there is this woman, Sandhya, that actually cooks for especially yogis, but she cooks for everybody, but she does really nice food, and it's a typical style in Mysore. That's definitely one thing I like. I like the fact that Mysore is a very slow city.
Mm-hmm.
It
calm,
kind of has a different,
calm and peaceful.
Yes, exactly. It's very calm and very peaceful. People are kind of nice, and especially here in Gokulam, they're used to us Westerners. So we kind of get along very well. I mean, the two of us. While if you go to other places in India, sometimes it's kind of a different feeling, But I think that especially people here in Mysore are kind of used to these weird Westerners that come here and want to learn yoga and stuff. And the people here are very friendly, I have to be honest. It's among the friendliest
So
people.
you're being treated as an Atiti. Atiti means guest.
Yes.
You feel that you are treated like a guest here?
Oh, definitely. Everywhere I go, and there is this kind of spontaneous feeling towards the guest. The guest is a kind of sacred thing, I think, for people, for Indian people, but especially here, it's very good. It's very good to deal with people, and I've got to know quite a few Indian persons. Some of them are my friends, and I deal with them. And it's nice. It's nice the sense of inclusivity that you feel immediately with them. And that's one of the traits. I think that's one of the, in my experience, that's one of the traits of Mysore people. They're kind of special people, I think, in India. And I also like the fact that here everything slows down. Once you're in Mysore, as we were kind of talking before, it's land of Maharaja. So everything, you come here with the intention of doing many things, as it happens to me every year. And at the end of my stay, I realized I did like 10% of what I wanted to do, because life is so peaceful, so slow, and you don't actually get stressed doing things here. And it's something that it's a very nice break from the Western hectic, stressful rhythms that we have.
Nice. Thank you, Paulo. Thanks for your time. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you very much.